So last class we learned about geometric sequences which modeled exponential functions. Today we're going to learn about arithmetic sequences which model linear functions. So in our geometric sequences we had a common ratio, and our common ratio was the number we multiplied each term by to get to the next one. Well, just like in linear functions, our arithmetic sequences will have a common difference. That common difference is the number we add or subtract every single time to get to the next term. So when we look at this first example on arithmetic sequences, we've got 5, 1, -3, -7. So I always start out looking to see if it's arithmetic. So to see if it's arithmetic, to get from 5 to 1, I'm subtracting 4. If I go from 1 and subtract 4, do I get -3? Yes. If I go -3 and subtract 4, I get -7. So this is showing a common difference of -4. So -4. And it's doing the same common difference every time. So our common difference is -4. In geometric, we were working with a common ratio because we're multiplying every time. So to find the common ratio, we have 5 divided by 1, then we have 25 divided by 5, and we have 125 divided by 25, so our common ratio is 5. So that's the difference between a geometric sequence and an arithmetic sequence. So what I want you to do is practice just figuring out what kind of sequence you have, or if it's neither. So you're going to do number 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Pause the video, do all the work, and then check back to see the solutions. Okay, really the only sneaky one was number 2. And on number 2, if you only looked at the first two ratios, you would have said, oh yeah, it's geometric. But that third ratio is not right, so it is neither geometric nor arithmetic. Okay, so on number 5, you need to determine what kind of sequence you have and then write the next 3 terms. And then on number 6, you also need to determine what kind of sequence you have and write the next 3 terms. On number 5, that is only supposed to be a 17, not a 176. So before you pause your video to do this, we need to just go ahead and change that to a 17 so that you will be able to figure it out. So pause your video, write the next 3 terms to number 5 and number 6, and then check back for the answer. Okay, so hopefully you figured out that number 5 was arithmetic and number 6 was geometric and wrote the next 3 terms correctly. All right, the last thing we're going to do on this page is we are going to graph a sequence. So they've given us, actually we're going to graph it, we're just figuring out what the common difference is. They've given us a graph on the sequence. We're going to turn it into a table so that we can determine what kind of sequence we're dealing with. So I want you to pause your video, fill out the table, and answer the 2 questions, then check back for the explanation. Okay, so hopefully while you were exploring this one, what you found out was that the slope is the same as the common difference. So when you're working with an arithmetic sequence, you can always tell that your slope and your common difference will be the same number.